Mom guilt and the burden of perfection. Kardashian didn't shy away from the topic of mom guilt, which she described as an unavoidable companion. She confessed that, like many working parents, she often feels a tug of guilt when her work takes time away from her family. Even as she pursues her legal studies, runs her SKIMS brand, and contributes to criminal justice reform, she feels the weight of not being with her children as often as she'd like. "I know I'm fortunate to have help, but it doesn't take away from the constant mental load," Kardashian explained. "I feel like I'm constantly pulled between trying to be there for my kids and fulfilling the commitments that are important to me personally and professionally." For Kardashian, the battle between career and family isn't one of neglect or indifference. It's a matter of trying to fulfill her ambitions and responsibilities without compromising the time and attention she gives to her children. Her struggle resonates with countless parents who find themselves trying to meet the seemingly endless demands of family life and work. In a rare and heartfelt interview, Kardashian revealed just how profoundly the role of mom has shaped her life. Despite her seemingly effortless ability to juggle businesses, endorsements, and a relentless media presence, the 43-year-old confessed that the journey of raising her 4 children, North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm, has brought her to a level of exhaustion she didn't see coming. "It's so intense," Kardashian admitted. "Some days, you're so overwhelmed that you think you're doing it all wrong, that you'll never get everything done. But then, you'll have that one moment, even a tiny one, that reminds you it's all worth it." As Kardashian laid bare her struggles, she struck a chord with fans and fellow parents alike, emphasizing the difficulties of balancing work and family in an age of unrelenting demands and pressures. Kim Kardashian opens up on the emotional toll of motherhood. There's sadness, exhaustion, and love beyond measure. Kim Kardashian may have built an empire out of her name, but behind the allure of her multi-million-dollar ventures and the constant flash of cameras lies a reality that many fans don't often see. This week, the reality TV star and business mogul opened up about a side of her life that is as demanding as it is rewarding: the challenges of motherhood. It's not glamorous behind the scenes. In her typically open style, Kardashian acknowledged that her life may look polished and curated on social media, but the reality is often far from glamorous. "There's a side of motherhood that no one really talks about," she said. "The late nights, the unwashed hair, the endless laundry, and the self-doubt that comes creeping in." Kardashian's revelations reflect the gritty, unfiltered aspects of parenting that aren't visible in glossy photos or perfectly timed Instagram stories. For her, the act of raising 4 young children goes hand in hand with moments of utter exhaustion and vulnerability, feelings that have deepened her understanding of her own limits. Finding balance with self-care and setting boundaries. Despite the seemingly insurmountable pressures, Kardashian has found solace in small, intentional acts of self-care. She described her commitment to carving out time for herself, a lesson learned through trial and error. "It might be just 10 minutes here and there, but it makes all the difference," Kardashian said, noting that her self-care routine is less about indulgence and more about grounding herself. Whether it's a quiet cup of coffee before her kids wake up or a few minutes of meditation, these moments allow her to reset and recharge. Kardashian also spoke about the boundaries she's tried to establish to manage her professional and personal life better. Balancing the demands of a high-profile career with the quieter but equally pressing duties of motherhood has forced her to make tough choices about where she spends her time and energy, a glimpse of vulnerability. As Kardashian shared her experiences, a side of her emerged that fans rarely see. Her honesty about the difficulties of parenting young children not only humanized her, but also positioned her as a voice for other parents who may feel isolated in their struggles. Her willingness to admit moments of doubt and imperfection challenges the image of perfection often associated with her brand. "The truth is, I'm still learning, and I don't always get it right," she said. "But I'm trying my best every single day." Kim's message for parents everywhere. Kardashian concluded her reflections with a message for other parents who may be struggling. She reminded them that even the most difficult days can be meaningful, and that the journey of raising children, while arduous, is filled with moments that make it all worthwhile. "We're all just doing our best," she said. "If you're trying and you love your kids, that's what matters most." In sharing her vulnerability and her perspective on motherhood, Kim Kardashian offered a glimpse of her life that transcends her carefully constructed image. It's a reminder that, behind the fame, she faces many of the same challenges that define family life for countless parents.